Hello and welcome to another StarCraft 2 co-op video. Today we'll be taking an in-depth look at Vanguard of Aiur. Vanguard of Aiur, also known as Classic Ground Toss, is quite strong because Dragoons hit fairly hard early on and it has a lot of AoE in the form of High Templars, Archons, and Reavers. In the late game, Arbiters cloak the entire army, creating more trouble for you. This comp is strong because it has a lot of AoE. The enemies hit really hard from a distance, and the entire army is cloaked starting from tier 6. This means you have to have some anti-air and/or detectors. This comp's only quote-unquote weakness is that it's mostly a ground comp, which isn't really a weakness. As such, nobody likes to fight this comp. Everyone has a different Protoss comp that they'd rather fight. People often choose this comp for the challenge. Nova and Phoenix don't mind fighting this comp because their strong anti-ground units can deal with the enemies quite handily. Tower commanders can deal with the waves without suffering too many losses. Who hates fighting this comp? Interestingly, Artanis. This comp is based on Artanis' units, so it's essentially a mirror match. However, you don't want to trade evenly with Amon. The top 4 don't care about enemy comps, and then the next group doesn't really mind the comp. Raynor kinda hates this comp because of the AoE. BC Raynor might have a bit of trouble against all those Dragoons and Storms. Zagara also hates the AoE. Kerrigan might get melted if she dives in alone. Alarak will eat more supplicants than usual due to the high damage output from Amon. Notes for certain maps. On Chain of Ascension, the 3rd and 4th hybrid enemies will be cloaked. OE again, you'll have to deal with Arbiters pretty early on. Heavy hitters hit early on this map. On Mal Warfare, you won't face any Arbiters because the waves only go up to tier 5. However, remember that even tier 4 hits pretty hard because of the Reaver. On Missed Opportunities, same thing. The waves only go up to tier 5. You can stall the last wave with buildings. On Temple, the 22-minute wave after all the drop pods for Pattern A will come with an Arbiter. And then after that, another one will come from the southeast. The last wave will also come with one. Mutators to beware of. Long range is gonna make those Dragoons and Reavers hit even harder. Avenger will make the hard hitters fat as well. And since most enemies go down before the Arbiter, especially when you're using Toxic Nest, Spider Mines, or Sabotage Drone, the Arbiter will get really big. Just Die is scary because the High Templars get to storm more often. Lastly, Transmutation is scary because Reavers come in the mid-game and they are very likely going to turn into hybrids. And that's it for this lesson. Help me out by dropping a like and subscribing if you enjoyed the lesson. Thanks to all my supporters who are supporting me. If you would like to join, check out the link in the description. And while you're here, why don't you check out a similar lesson about Classic Mech? See you there.